So we need to talk about this game, Tunic. This is an action-adventure game published by a small indie developer from Canada, and right now it's a time exclusive on the Xbox. If you have Game Pass, you are able to get it on Game Pass right now. It's also available on PC if you are a PC user. If you like games like The Legend of Zelda, then this is definitely up your wheelhouse. It's like this developer took The Legend of Zelda and mixed it with Dark Souls, and we get this game Tunic. And this is a fantastic and very addicting game. I wasn't expecting much from it when you just look at the graphics, but once you click on the game and you're in the game, you are hooked. It is very, very addicting. It reminds me so much of my youth playing The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, which is my favorite Zelda game, but adding a new twist to this, which makes it more like a Souls type game. This game is very difficult. Do not let the cute little fox fool you. This is an extremely difficult game where you will die multiple times, but it's a challenging game that rewards you for being slightly difficult. It's fun. It lets you explore. You can go things at your own pace, and one of my favorite things about it is that the main character looks like the fox off of Robin Hood from the Disney animated film. Had to throw that in there. I love that movie. It feels like I'm playing a video game version of that. Yeah, I said it. And I'm standing by it too. Tunic is a game that is very simplistic when you look at it in terms of what it presents to you with graphics. It looks like a game that is much like these Legends of Zelda Link's Awakening remake that they put on the Nintendo Switch, and the gameplay feels a lot like it as well. This is obviously a clone of The Legend of Zelda, but they do a good job mixing things up. For example, when you get into the world, nothing is in the language that you understand. Everything is in this cryptid language, and you have to figure out what to do and what these things say on your own. You have to guess. It's a guessing game. This game doesn't hold your hand and tells you where you go. It doesn't say the princess is in the next castle. It doesn't tell you things. You have to go in, you have to explore, and you have to discover. And with games like Elden Ring out now, that's getting a lot of praise from both critics and fans, it seems like gamers want to be able to have a chance to explore and not necessarily have waypoints telling you, you have to go here, you have to go here. And Tunic really lives up to that type of gameplay where you are dropped in this world, you have no idea what just happened, and you have to just kind of go around and explore and find things for yourself. And that's one thing that I really enjoyed about the game, is because as a young kid playing The Legend of Zelda Link to the Past, you didn't really know where to go. It was like, here you go figure it out for yourself. And that was one of the funnest things that I enjoyed about playing Link to the Past back in the day, was every time I found a new item or a new hidden place, like I felt like I accomplished something. Like I'm wandering around Hyrule for like 2 hours, but when I find one thing that's new, it's like, yes, I accomplished something. And Tunic really lives up to that type of gameplay, where it's like, here's the world, go figure it out. As you go through, you find these treasure chests, and sometimes you find like these manual sheets that looks like an old Super Nintendo manual, and there's two-sided, and it kind of gives you hints on what to do, but none of it is in English. You kind of have to figure this stuff out. Like it'll tell you like press A to do this, but then the entire story and layout is in a completely different language, and that is something that I think is just so unique when it comes to this game. It's not just a clone of The Legend of Zelda. It feels like a spiritual successor to what I loved about The Legend of Zelda and The Legend of Zelda Link to the Past. Those old school, top-down Zelda games with the fixed camera angles. Tunic really lives up to that, but also by bringing it to another level, giving us that Souls-like feel that a lot of fans really enjoy. And this is a game, like I said, is an Xbox exclusive as of right now. It's a timed exclusive, so I do expect to see this game on other consoles like the Nintendo Switch and the PlayStation later on this year. Right now, if you have Game Pass, you can just download this thing. If you're going to jump into this world, and the thing that you're going to enjoy the most is the freedom to just do whatever you want, to just kind of go at your own pace and just try to figure out what's going on in this world and just have fun exploring and playing the game. Yes, it's extremely difficult at times, but just like anything, once you get down to the rhythm and the idea of what each enemy is going to do and how you're going to execute that. It's hard, but not hard to the point where you just want to just rage quit. It's rewarding in certain aspects. So I really enjoyed this game. It's a massive surprise to me. I had no idea anything like this existed, but I think a lot of indie developers today are delivering those games that are just gameplay. And so many of these big companies now are introducing these cinematic movies like Horizon Forbidden West. And those games are great, but at the same time, I miss the old golden age of you just play the game to play the game. And stories and cutscenes are great, but never let it overshadow your game. And I think Tunic really delivers on that old school Legend of Zelda feel, and I highly recommend it. If anybody watching this review has Xbox Game Pass, go over there right after you watch this video and click it and download it, and you will love it. And tell me what you guys think. Be sure to leave those comments in the comment box below, guys. Tunic, I highly recommend it. Think you should download it. Until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.